Welcome back to the Video Lawyer. I'm attorney Craig Stager. What's the easiest, cheapest, simplest way for you to sort of upgrade your audio game if you're making online content? If you make videos, unless you're making them on your phone, and even then, it's really good to, let's say, upgrade your audio to an external mic. But if you're going to be making videos in your office in front of a computer like I'm doing right now, typically the microphone on your laptop or your computer is not going to be very good. And even the audio that's coming through the webcam like I'm using now is not going to be very good, and especially if I'm from a distance. So at some point you're going to want to upgrade to a better mic. And if it's just going to be you talking and you are sort of staying in one place, you can start by just going to like a USB mic, like a Blue Yeti, something like that. That's what I started out on. It's a very good mic, and it is a huge upgrade from, let's say, the mic that's on your computer or on your webcam. But at some point, you may want to go up from there, especially if you're going to add multiple people. Once you have two people, it's really, really hard for two people to share a common mic, and you can't set up two mics typically without a device, an audio mixer of some sort, because you'll get kind of a recurring loop of feedback. So you have to get something to connect the two mics, to bring them together, to bring them into your computer like I'm doing now. I did a video recently about sort of my journey on sort of the path to making videos and audios, and how I kind of went from starting out with nothing to the Blue Yeti to using like my Vocaster Pro, which is a great device. I did a whole video on why I'm replacing the Vocaster with something else. And so in the meantime, while I'm waiting for my next device to come, I'm using the Vocaster 2. Vocaster 2, such a simple product that does a great job if you're just making videos like I'm making and you want two people. It's a little more complicated if you want to have more than two people, but if you want to have two people in the same room, this is a great way to start out. It's less than $100. I think it's like $70 on Amazon. I'll try to put a link to that in the description. But it's a very simple thing, and basically you have spots for two XLR mics, which is what you want if you can. XLR mics and then it has two speaker spots. So you and your guest, if you want, can have headphones on. I'm not wearing headphones, but the headphones connect right here in the front. There may be ports in the back too, I'm not sure, but I always just use the one here on the front. And then you can adjust the volume for the headphones here, and then you can adjust the volume for each speaker here. Honestly, I don't usually use that. There's also I'm not sure if it's an app or it's a program that you can install on your computer. That's what I did, and I use that to adjust volume levels. If I have two speakers that one has a louder voice and one has a quieter voice, that tends to be how I adjust it. But this is a really, really simple way to get into it. And you can see here I have a good high quality Rode pod mic. Now this is not super expensive. This is maybe just over $100. You can spend a lot of money on high quality mics. I don't think that's all that necessary. This is a pretty cost effective mic that has a lot of quality to it. And then the other mics that I use Samson mics, Q2U, I guess is what it is. I'll try to put a link to this in the description as well. I really like this mic, and I don't have the cord on it right now, but this is basically what my guest would use, and it's a nice heavy feel. It's got a little case for it if you want. And so what I do, or what I will be doing once I get my new Rode video, is I'll probably be using this one as kind of a portable one. It's very easy to just pick up and put in a bag and travel with, or it just doesn't take up much space. That's one of the reasons I really like this over the Rodecaster, is it's so small and compact. Now, yes, you're not having a lot of the features that, let's say, a true audio mixer would have, like a Rodecaster, sound effects and stuff like that, which I find sound good in theory, but I almost never use them. And they're really hard to do if you are recording your own content, because you're kind of busy just having your conversation or talking, and you probably are not really going to be messing with sound effects. You almost need a third party in the room to do that. And unless you're pretty sophisticated, I think you're probably not going to need that. So this is a great option that I recommend to anyone that wants to kind of get into the podcasting space. You get this, you get the mic, you can get that all for, you know, well under $200, $150, and have a really nice setup to make good high quality audio for your podcast or your videos. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. If anyone has questions about the Vocaster, let me know in the comments, or if you're in our Slack group, go ahead and send me a question there. I like the elegant simplicity of it, and it does a great job for what I need. And so if you're kind of overwhelmed by all the options out there and you want something just simple, even if it's just maybe a temporary thing or as a backup, if you do end up going with something like a Rodecaster, I think the Vocaster 2 is a lot of value for what you get. So I hope you found that helpful. And until next time, everyone, have a good one.